Good morning and welcome to the 2022 NCAA Division III Men's Volleyball Selection Show. I'm Will Haskett. The road to Kenosha begins today for 16 teams fortunate enough to have their names called as the bracket has returned to its former size, which means we have 8 first-round matchups that are going to serve it up coming up this Friday, 4 games following on Saturday, and the 4 remaining teams head to Wisconsin and Carthage College for the national semifinals and championship on April 22nd and 23rd. 11 conference championships were crowned this season. They earn automatic spots into this field, but that means just 5 precious at-large berths remain to be handed out today. And we'll do it right now as we dive into the bracket to get this postseason moving right along. We have 4 local sites with games starting this Friday. That means 4 hosts in the first and second round. And our first host and first team to unveil, no surprise, it belongs to Springfield. The Pride have won 5 national titles and played in the title match in this very first 7 playings of this tournament. This year's team appears poised for a long-awaited return trip now to the national championship match. Just the one loss, Springfield attacks at a nation-leading 380 clip this season. It's also a program that tests itself with one of the best schedules in the country each and every season, including a lot of Division I competition. In a winning streak right now of 13 matches entering the tournament, the Pride have dropped just 1 set total in those 13 straight wins. The Pride will battle Penn State Behrend in the opening match. Congratulations to the Lions on their first ever NCAA berth. They're coming fresh off an Allegheny Mountain title and the automatic qualifier. Congrats also to head coach Phil Pisano, who guided the women's team to a similar title in the fall. It's a two-peat for him, fall and spring. Also heading to Springfield is SUNY New Paltz, the 2-time national champions, earning an at-large berth after a narrow loss in the UVC tournament final. This marks the 6th tournament berth for a program with an impressive 12-3 overall record, something the Hawks look to continue that stout NCAA tournament record against a team that may not have expected to hear their name called today, but we say hello to Marymount, which is in an at-large selection to the tournament, giving the Saints their first ever NCAA berth. Congratulations, and now it's time to get ready. Your season continues here in the NCAA tournament. On our next host this coming weekend, that would be Stevens, the 2015 national champions. They begin pursuit of title number 2 in the NCAA tournament, fresh off the program's first ever MAC championship. It was a straight set win and included 17 kills from Kobe Sherman, first-year player, maybe playing his best right now. He earned tournament MVP honors. He had 26 kills in a 4-set win in the tournament semifinals. He will face another team with plenty of tournament experiences in Endicott, making its 8th tournament appearance. That actually ties it with Stevens for the second most all-time NCAA tournament appearances between them. So 16 trips between Endicott and Stevens into this NCAA tournament. The only team that has more NCAA trips is Springfield, who we announced just moments ago making their 9th appearance. The NECC champions led the conference in offensive and defensive attack percentage, kills, and aces this year. Those two, joined by Southern Virginia. We are running out of at-large berths really quickly as the Knights have now made 3 straight tournaments. A run to the CVC championship came up 1 win short, but the body of work too good to deny this program, and they will face St. Joseph's of Long Island in the opener. The Skyline Conference champions leading the nation in aces at over 3 per set, while also ranking in the top 5 nationally in both offensive and defensive attack percentage. All right, that is half of the bracket halfway home. We unveil our next host, and that would be Rutgers Newark. They get to stay at home for at least the first game, hopefully the second as well. CVC champions for the first time since 2015. A lot to like about the way this team is playing heading into its 3rd national tournament. Andrew Zalek was the outstanding player of the tournament and has been outstanding all year, leading the conference in kills, and many of those coming off great passes from one of the best assisting teams in the nation. The offensive weapons of this team will be the target of Baruch in the opening round. The CCNYAC champs earning a trip to the NCAA tournament for the 6th time in program history. Wentworth makes the trek to Newark as well, 2nd consecutive and 4th overall appearance for the 3-time Great Northeast Athletic Conference champions. They're fresh off a 3-0 sweep of LaSalle to earn the conference's automatic qualifier. The Leopards tied the program record for wins in a season, and they've won their last 13 in a row, 12 of which have come in straight sets. Sophomore outside hitter Jacob Labouliere was named the most outstanding player of the GNAC tournament. He's averaging 4.2 kills per set and hitting at a .439 clip this season. Those are big numbers, and the test will be large for St. John Fisher to deal with. The UVC champions still celebrating a first trip to the NCAA tournament. It'll be a really tough matchup. The best defense in the conference led to a lot of rallies, so get ready for this match to have perhaps some long points in this first round matchup. 4 to go, with the final hosting slot taken up by a team that won't have to leave home all postseason if they don't want to. That's Carthage. The reigning national champions would love a chance to repeat on their home floor this season, fresh off an undefeated year. It hasn't been perfect in 2022, but it has been close, especially in the CCIW. No team in the country registers as many kills per set as the Firebirds, who attack at an almost 350 clip this season. That was best in the conference. Matt Slavinsky was the most outstanding player of the tournament last year. He's back, leading the team in kills while also leading the nation in aces this season. They open with another first-timer as we welcome Mount Union to the bracket for the first time in program history. It took the Midwest Collegiate Volleyball League Championship to secure the AQ, but they did it to make a little program history along the way. Top 3 in the nation in blocks this season. They had 3 players with 5 or more blocks in that MCV championship win over Fontbonne. Congratulations to Mount Union in the field for the first time. A quick drive north to Carthage for Dominican. The Stars back in the tournament for a 4th time, riding high after a run to the NACC tournament title, after also capturing the regular season crown. Defense the key to success in a run to both of those trophies, leading the conference in both blocks and opponent hitting percentage. 20 straight wins heading into the NCAA tournament is a program record win streak. And that leaves 1 at-large berth for the final team to unveil this morning. Breathe easy. North Central takes the last spot and will play Dominican in the opening round. The season continuing for the Cardinals. They get to return to Carthage, where they lost to the Firebirds in the CCIW final, so it'll be a familiar drive to a familiar location. They will need a first ever NCAA tournament win, though, in order to get a potential rematch with their conference foe in the second round. But now they celebrate a little bit before we serve it up on Friday. And there you have it, all 16 teams still playing this season in search of a national title. And with those selections, the path to our yet-to-be-determined national champion is right now laid out in front of them. We serve it up coming up this Friday at those 4 local sites, where we whittle the field down from 16 to 4 on Saturday. The semifinals and finals are taking place in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Carthage College, our host, on April the 22nd and the 23rd. You can follow all the tournament action and watch those semifinals and national championship matches right here on NCAA.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Will Haskett. Congratulations and best of luck to all the student athletes competing in this year's championship.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.